set on the River Ruhr in the west of the country, in the North Rhine-Westphalia area, just about a half-hour's drive from Düsseldorf Airport. All week there's been a buzz about the Yonex German Open, with fans queuing hours before the start of the matches at the RWE Sporthalle, with Moorheim hosting the German Open for the 18th time, first in 1975 and every year since 2005. This is a tournament that began in 1955. A warm welcome to you wherever you are. The race to Rio Olympic qualification, what ends at the beginning of May. This is a star-studded turnout that have made their way here in Germany for what is the 4th Grand Prix Gold event of the 2016 calendar. Terrific atmosphere inside the hall. The fans have been waiting patiently for the action to get underway. We've already been to the Malaysian Masters, the Syed Modi Championship in India, the Thailand Masters last month, the Bitburger Open, that'll be later this month after next week's All England Championships in Birmingham. So that's the calendar on the Grand Prix Gold circuit. This is what we've got today, a fantastic lineup in today's finals. A Super Series filled to it with 2 Olympic champions, a current #1 partnership, and 3 former world #1 singles players. An all-Korean affair, first up in the mixed doubles, Shin and Co. Partners later in the men's doubles on opposite sides of the court for this one. Olympic champion Lee Shu-wei takes on compatriot Wang Shixian. In the women's singles. And of course we've got the mixed doubles coming up first. We've got Lin Dan later. World #1 pair Lee and Yu in the men's doubles, taking on fellow Koreans Ko and Shin. That to come. But first, as I say, our focus is on the mixed doubles here. That was their route to the final. An all-Korean fair, Chae Cheol and Jae Jung up against Ko Seung-hyun and Kim Ha-na. And here comes Ko Seung-hyun and Kim Ha-na first.
And Shin Baek and Jae also Korea.
Shin Baek and Chae Jung will be, I suppose, the slight underdogs in this one. Strange old day, I suppose, for the 2 men in this match. Ko and Shin start the day up against one another, and they meet up later on in the day to partner one another. Usual preliminaries going on, handshakes with the officials in charge. Then the toss of the coin to see who will serve first and who will be at which end. I'm not saying that neither pairing wants to win this badly, but it's a match really that's of more importance to Shin and Chae and their hopes of qualifying for the Olympics. At the moment, they stand 10th on the race to Rio rankings. Ko and Kim, they seem a lock at the moment at #2. They need to be in the top 8, and a win here would go a long way to getting them in that top 8. No such worries for Ko Seung-hyun and Kim Ha-na. Ko, 28, world champion in the men's doubles with his man on the other end of the court, Shin Baek back in 2014. They're #4 in the world, the #1 seeds here. They're their first final of the year. Had a brilliant, quite brilliant end as we see Kim Ha-na here, 26, end to 2015, winning 3 tournaments in a row, the Denmark Open, the French Open, and then the Korean Masters before losing in the final of the Dubai Super Series finals. It's a tough ask for Shin Baek and his partner Chae Jung. The #5 seeds here this week, world rank #9, looking for just a 2nd win together. Ko and Kim's route to the final, well, it's not been totally straightforward. Came from a behind in yesterday's semi-final to beat fellow Koreans Chae and Hyun in 3 games. Also in the last 16, they beat Lanfus and Hettrich of Germany in 3 games as well. So it's not been that straightforward for them. As I was saying, Shin and Chae, number 5 seeds here, ranked at number 11. They've won one of the 3 finals in which they've been paired together. They've been together as a pair only since the Australian Open last May. They won their first Grand Prix gold event at the Macau Open in November, where they didn't drop a game. Chae, just 20 years of age, a World Junior Champion in 2013, also an Asian Junior Champion with Chae. Very good young player she is, Chae Jung. And this is how they've got there. Yesterday came up against the veterans, the Polish veterans, Matusiak and Ziba, 21-12. They won that in the 3rd, and it was an incredible opening set against the Thai pair of Sapsari, who we'll see later, and Pua Varankro in the quarterfinals. Won the 2nd game in quick fashion, but you can see that 1st game almost went to an all-deciding point, 29-27. Met twice before, both last year, both times Ko and Kim have won. Last meeting, as you can see, it was at the Korea Masters, which went to 3 games. That was back in November. The other, a straight games win in the Open Chinese Taipei.
Shin Baek Cheol, Jung, Korea. And on my left, Ko Sung-kyun, Kim Hana, Korea. Kim Hana to serve to Chae Jung. Lavul. Play.
So finals day underway at the Yonex German Open. There is a real Super Series feel to this tournament. And an all-Korean affair to get us underway in the mixed doubles. And it's the youngster Chae Jung who wraps up the first point there. It is a vital game for them. Difficult to work out exactly the points, but they could well move into that top 8, the important top 8. Could Shin and Chae, if they were to win this German Open.
Service over, 1-all.
Of course, partnerships that would have practiced together on many occasions, never mind their 2 head-to-head meetings in the last year, which of course Ko and Kim have won. Netted by Shin. Ko Sung-kyun, world champion.
2-1.
World number 1. Shin, who's actually won this German Open in mixed doubles back in 2013 with Jang Na. Nicely done by Ko. Good reach, good angle. They are certainly the favourites, this pair. Favourites to win yet another title. They are on some run at the moment. Yeah, it's, I don't know, maybe you could say becoming the pair to beat. Of course,
4-1.
There's some great mixed doubles pairs. Zhang Nan and Zhao Yunlei, of course, will be hard to knock off the top of the rankings, but Ko and Kim have certainly been, in the last 6 months, really prolific.
2-4.
That's what needs to be done in these mixed doubles. Very important for either Kim or Chae to try and dominate that front of the net. Chae managing to do it there.
Service over. 5-3. Six, 3.
Yeah, comfortably wide that time.
Service over. 4-6.
It's always sometimes quite difficult when you're up against players you know so well. They know, of course, your strength. They also know your weaknesses as well. And of course, there's a big competitive edge to it, but
Service over.
all in a friendly nature as well.
4.
Shin there with a shot maybe showing some nerves.
8-4.
Wasn't free flowing in the way that he tried it. So obviously he was looking for a deft touch. But the favourites on top. Yeah, good rally, well run.
Service over.
And the way they're playing at the moment, they can keep this kind of form going, Kim. And obviously they have to try and win this final here. They are going to be one of the challengers in Rio for the gold medal, you think, alongside Jung, and of course Tantowi Ahmed and Lia Natsir from Indonesia. Chris and Gabby Adcock were here earlier this week, but they were knocked out. That's nicely placed from Shin.
6-8. Seven, 8.
Mistake from Ko, and it means it's got to all square again in this opening final.
8 all.
4 points in a row now for Shin, Baek, Cheol and Chae Jung. Make that 5 in a row.
9-8.
Covered the court very well there, didn't he, Ko Hyun? Been a long week for these guys.
9 all.
Match number 9 of the week for both Ko Seung-hyun and Shin Cheol. Couldn't quite get there, could she?
9.
Well, a nice little run in that opening part of this final from Shin and Chae. They took 5 points in a row at one stage, but it's the number 1 seeds who are on top. Ko Seung-hyun, Kim Ha-na take the interval lead by 11 points tonight.
Seconds, 20 seconds. Eleven, 9. Play.
Just wide. Yeah, she fell there from Kim Ha-na. I mean, they're playing with the greater freedom. Yes, they are the favourites, so expectations are on their shoulders.
10,
But
11.
for Shin and Chae at the other end, so much to play for. Not quite being the start of the year they were looking for. Lost in the first round at the Thailand Masters last month. Semi-finals in India. Oh, yeah, it's Ko Seung-hyun's turn to be on the ground, which allowed the gap there for Shin to exploit. Did well to get it back, didn't he? They also lost in the quarterfinals of the Malaysian Masters, so their first run at a title really since Macau towards the end of last year. And, well, Olympic qualification points for them, so important. Of course, every player wants to be at Rio. Of course,
12, 11.
well, they won 5 points in a row before the interval. 4 points in a row now since the interval.
Service over. 12, 13. Let. Fault.
Yeah, caught the
Service
racket
over.
of Kim Ha-na there.
14, 12.
Well, great opportunity you feel now, isn't it, for Shin and Chae? They've established an advantage here after trailing for much of this opening game.
Service over. 13, 14.
Yeah, great return.
All.
Oh, as quick as that, back level again. Lovely play, that was really nice.
Service over, 15-14.
And of course, Ko and Kim came from a game down yesterday before winning their semi-final against fellow Koreans again. So even if they lost this opening game, they wouldn't panic. And as Kim Ha-na puts that one wide, the chances of them losing this opening game become ever bigger.
14. Service over, 15-17.
Going to have to play some really good badminton here now. Kim and Ko, if they are to turn this opening game around. And that wasn't what was required.
Service over,
Kim taking a swing at it.
15.
Put Ko off it. Fairness, she tried to put out, but it was too late, really.
Out. Service
Chae
over,
serves short.
16-18.
Not the time to do it. Never a good time, but particularly when you're 18-15 up, looking to take the opening game. Yeah. Got there easily, didn't he? I wonder if that
17-18.
serve short could prove to be a turning point. Gaps down to just the 1 point again. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant placement from Ko Seung-hyun.
18 all.
Comfortably in. They're on a run now. Looking like the #1 pair again. A little bit of working out to do here for Shin and Chae. Suddenly this first game could be slipping through their fingers.
Play.
Thought about leaving it there, didn't he, Shin? And his indecision proved to be decisive. It's 2 game points for Ko Seung-hyun and Kim Ha-na. 5 points in a row. They've taken them on the brink of winning the first game in these finals of the German Open. Oh, good return, that. One saved.
Service over, 19-20.
The pressure on the Shin Cheol serve. Oh, what a return from Ko Seung-hyun, a winning return. And that's how you turn it around and win the opening game. The #1 seeds.
Ko Seung-hyun, Kim Ha-na, 21-19.
Ko Seung-hyun and Kim Ha-na take the opening game, 21 points to 19. And here was some of the action from that opening game. A really good opening game as well. course, no coaches involved in this one when it's players from the same country. They'll be absolutely gutted with the way things just quickly disappeared from their grasp there. They were looking good, weren't they? 18-15 up, and then there was that serve short from Chae, and before you knew it, they were a couple of game points down. Credit to these two for the badminton they played from that point onwards. Said they were going to have to play some really good badminton, and they did.
Second game. Love all. Play.
So a game to the good. And is it going to be routine from here for Kim Ha-na and her partner Ko Sung-hyun? Taking 6 of the last 7 points at the end of that first game. Off to the opening point at the start of game 2. Just along that time, but all smiles again now. There's a sense of a little bit of frustration from them a little earlier on. Well, a little miscue there from Chae, but she almost got away with it. And in the end, though, she nets the youngster in amongst these four by a good 6 years as well. How do they stop this momentum that Kim and Ko have built up now?
Service over. 2-3.
Just came off the net, but they got themselves back in the point, but Kim netting.
Out. Service over.
Not for the first time.
4-2.
Serve comes short from Jung. That's worrying.
5-2.
Now trying to lift the atmosphere, give some encouragement here to Shin and Chae. That will help. Service error in return.
3-5. All.
Well, he's been an excellent partner. Been one of the most successful Korean players, hasn't he, Ko Sung-hyun? Never on the Korean national junior team, but as a senior, he's been absolutely brilliant. Silver medalist, gold medalist in the World Championships, world #1, alongside Lee Yong-dae.
7-5.
That's just wide. Wasn't by much though. Had his men's double partner scampering there, didn't he?
6-7.
Nearly pulled it off.
Play.
Well, she'll be desperate to get back to the Olympics. One of those players who, of course, was part of the 8 who faced that disqualification in London. Yeah, no getting that one back.
Service over. 7.
It was a nice
8.
angle, but it rolled across the net here.
All.
Yeah, when he revs up the power, Kosingen, hard to get those back.
Nine, 8. Play. Service over. 9 all.
Oh, best rally of the match. Kim Ha-na was on the ground at one point in it, but she comfortably picked herself up and ended up finishing it off. Great badminton.
Service over. 10-9.
Put it wide.
11-9.
Well wide.
Interval.
And it's an 11-9 interval lead, as in the first game for Kosingen and Kim Ha-na. Already a game to the good.
Bitte darauf, please no flashlight. Es stört wirklich die Spieler.
Seconds. 20 seconds. (11-9). Play.
Well, they're up against it now, aren't they? Shin, Cheol and Jung. They've got to start being aggressive, start really putting their opponents under pressure if they're to try and force this one into a third game.
Service over. 10-11. Service over.
There's so many
10.
positive things on the court, doesn't he, Ko Sung-hyun? Match in danger of slipping away here. Yeah, getting the luck of the net court.
13, 10.
That's what did him. But that helps.
Service over. 11, 13.
They say that luck evens itself out. Well left.
Service over. 14, 11.
Looked as if he was going to play it there, Ko, but ducked out of it. Yeah, they just look a step up, don't they? Kim and Ko
15, 11.
playing with confidence, like a pair, of course, that have had this wonderful win. 4 wins in 2015, but of course 3 of them coming right towards the end of the year. They play at the Thailand Masters, but lost in the quarterfinals against the
16,
very
11.
impressive World Junior Champion Jung and Chen Cheng.
Play.
Lost to Tintoy and Liliana in the World Championships last year, but they have come on quite a lot since those World Championships. I know they were only, what, 9 months ago.
17, 11.
And now they have a 6-point gap to play with here in the second game. Already a game up. It was 9-all in the second game. 9 of the last 11 points going Kim and Ko's way. Yeah, there was only going to be one answer there. 2 points now. That's all that's required.
19, 11.
And given the fact that, of course, Ko and Shin are in action a little later on, and there's no point in playing this one out. Let's get it over with as quick as possible.
11.
It is 9 match points. We were waiting for the big one, the aggressive one, but he was, well, we thought he was toying with us. He was toying with himself in the end.
12,
Still 8 more match points. But a very impressive performance from Ko Sung-hyun and Kim Ha-na. It really was a very one-sided final in the end. They made a fight in that first game, but they made the second a breeze. They are on a terrific run right now. They're becoming the pair to beat. An 8th title together. Fourth in the last 6 months.
Kim Ha-na, 21-19, 21-12.
Ko Sung-hyun and Kim Ha-na, the champions at the German Open. And of course, a chance for Ko to double up when he plays with the man he's beaten just now, Shin Cheol, in the men's doubles later. When they were 18-15 down in that first game. You just wondered whether Shin and Chae could take it.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to talk with Jung and Kim Ha-na with a translator. Nice to have you here. How difficult is it to play against your own colleague in this final?
어떻게 자기 동료들과 경기를 했는데 어떻게 생각했습니까?
항상 같이 연습하고 서로에 대해서 너무 잘하는 선수들이기 때문에 그 부분에서 좀 부담스러워서 첫 세트 경기가 좀 어렵게 풀렸는데 그래도 좀 저희가 좀 더 실수가 좀 없었고 또 하나가 옆에서 잘 받쳐줬기 때문에 이렇게 좋은 경기할 수 있지 않았나 생각합니다.
Yeah, they practiced together all the time. They knew each other very well. So first set, it was a little bit difficult, but finally also the Hana game also supported him very well. So they could manage it to win the game.
It's not the first time you win here a tournament for Kim Ha-na in Germany. What's so special about Germany and about this tournament for her?
이번 이런 독일 경기에서 처음 이긴 걸로 알고 있는데 이 독일 경기가 뭔가 특별한 게 있다라면 어떤 게 있을까요?
일단 계속 2등만 했었는데 제가 처음으로 1등 한 것 같아요. 그래서 일단 체육관이 좀 어두워서 그런지 저한테 좀 잘 보여서 좀 유리했던 것 같아요.
Yeah, it is the first time to win the first place, so she's very happy. But particularly the stadium, especially this hall, is a little bit dark, so she was able to see very well. So that's why she could manage it to win this game.
Okay, congrats again. Und ihr Applaus, and big applause for Kim Ha-na and Ko Sung-young. And now the award ceremony.
Yeah, of course, she won, Kim Ha-na, in the women's doubles in 2013 with Jung. But first time alongside Ko Sung-young taking the titles here in this mixed doubles in quick fashion as well. Took him just over half an hour. So one of the finals down and dusted. Women's singles next. Of course, the prize presentation to be done first.
Ladies and gentlemen, the awards ceremony, Yonex German Open 2016 Mixed Doubles. Und die Ehrung wird vorgenommen von Herrn Yoneyama, Geschäftsführer Yonex Deutschland, und Ulrich Scharf, Präsident des Badminton-Landesverbandes Nordrhein-Westfalen.
The second place, mixed double Yonex German Open 2016 goes to Shin, Baek, Cheol and Jung from Korea. And now, the winner, mixed double Yonex German Open 2016. From Korea, Ko Sung-young and Kim Ha-na. Die Pokale werden noch überreicht und dann geht es gleich auf die Ehrenrunde, auf die Lap of Honor und dann wird mit viel Musik und hoffentlich viel Jubel die Sieger in diesem Mixed Double gefeiert. Ihr großer Applaus nochmal für die beiden Finalteams beim Mixed Yonex German Open 2016. And now we start the lap of honor after some pictures for our press colleagues. Give a big smile and then we start with the lap of honor.
Yeah, a chance to sign some autographs as well for the victors, and of course for Ko Hyun and for Shin, Baek, a chance to get themselves ready for action later on. Of course, they'll be in match number 4 against fellow Koreans once again, Lee Yong-dae and Yoo Yeon-song, the world number 1s. So Ko Hyun and Kim Han-na, the first champions of the day at the Yonex German Open. Straight sets win over Shin Baek and Chae Jung. 21-19, 21-12 the scoreline. Then it's from an all-Korean affair to an all-Chinese affair now in the women's singles, with Wang Shixian taking on Lee Shui for a chance to win this German Open. And this is how they got through. As you can see, Wang Shixian wins in the quarterfinals over PV Sindhu, and then against Akane Yamaguchi. It's been victories over Japanese players. Complicated ones, you have to say, in 3 games over Yashimoto of Japan and her compatriot Okuhara in yesterday's semi-final for the Olympic champion Lee Shui. Should be an excellent final, this. A really tough one to call.